Remember, the YouTube ads feed the ducks.
Good morning, everybody. It's October the 15th of the Duck Adventure, and I had plans today to go down to the lake and be in the boat with the big camera, and actually I was going to do a mad rush, and it hasn't stopped raining. It's actually been crazy rain. It just had a cloudburst. I was waiting for it to stop so I could even come out here. I'm going to have to shoot this whole thing with the Pivotheads with my hat on so we can get some footage, but the ducks, they're wound up. I didn't do a recon down to the swamp. I'm actually going to go down with them and we'll do an armed escort. But the whole thing today is going to be with the Pivotheads. The rain, it just won't stop raining. It's supposed to rain all day. Hello, ducks. And of course, we have some Muscovies that have escaped. These ducks, every morning it's the same ducks coming out. It's so funny. Yes, ducks. And today I have to go do a feed run. And that's the rush. That was pretty good. We had a couple ducks that got ran over there, but they're all right. Oh yes, and the goose that I forget who was, Dean or David, that mentioned they saw the shiny, looked like monofilament fishing line in its mouth down at the lake. I've actually checked them out last night, and I just checked them again. The goose seems to be fine. I don't know if it was just a string of weeds that he had or what, because I don't know. I can't remember anyone ever fishing on that lake. Well, nobody's ever fished on that lake as long as I've been here, since '95, so I don't know. It could be. Now the ducks might not even go to the lake today because of the fact it rained all day. Oh yes, and everybody who's wondering where Doug is this morning, Doug is on R&R. He's in lockup inside right now because yesterday he had physiotherapy and we had laser treatment on his shoulder. So I'm going to give him a day, maybe a couple days of rest. So because he's been I've been keeping him inside since Colin was here on Monday. Or he hurt himself on Sunday, and then Monday he's been inside. So and Tuesday and today. So I'm trying to keep Doug not very active right now. So I'm going to be the duck protector today, and my shotgun, the trusty shotgun, the trusty coyote killing shotgun. So, but there's that gray goose, the one that it looked like it had filament in its mouth on the lake. I think it was a string of weed. That's what I think. I think it was some lake weed. So, but let's get these. See if we can get them to go to the lake here. Is I really don't want them in the yard because the yard is so wet right now. They would just destroy the yard. Come on everyone, let's go to the lake. It's absolutely beautiful out. Right now it's 22 degrees Celsius. It's raining. It's just starting to sprinkle again. And it's supposed to rain all day. Actually the next 3 days, it's supposed to be solid rain for the next 3 days. So. We got a bunch of ducks that are behind me here. I gotta back up. Come on, ducks. No good. Oh yes, you're courting. You gotta leave the yard. I got a hunch they're gonna come back today. And it's far too warm to do a cull. You wouldn't believe the flies that hatched yesterday with that heat. It's crazy here, the cluster flies, and the last thing you want is to have just a fly swarm around you when you're doing the cull. I prefer when it's cold, you know, when it's cold enough and that there's no flies, because you know that way you can do the cull, you know, clean the bird, butcher it, you know, and you know, and bag it, and you know, and no fly has touched it. So, and yesterday it was. If you got a fly problem, this is not the part of the world you wanted to be in yesterday. That warm weather yesterday, everything hatched. Come on, ducks, let's go to the lake. I'm doing the herding by myself here. Dougie's in the house stressing right out. He wanted to come out really bad. He was standing up on the wall and he was stretching, and all the ducks don't want to go down. No, ducks, wrong direction. Oh, look at this. They're making me. What is going on here, guys? Holy mackerel! There they go. They don't even want to go. Come on, back, ducks. This is crazy. Come on. All right, they're rushing me. Come on, guys, let's go to the lake. I got the shotgun. Anything comes out, they're history. You know, every time I do this, and I don't have Doug with me, they do this to me. Oh, look at this. Okay, it's the mud today. That's what it is. They want to stay in the yard and do mud day. Come on, guys, go to the lake. It rained hard, really hard, so it's a mud fest. I made myself a place to hide in the swamp. So if we get another predator sighting, and actually I'm going to, oh, this is crazy. I'm going to, tonight, actually hide in the swamp for the rush home. The spot that I've got set up is, I don't have to lay in the water anymore. All right. Come on, ducks, this is crazy. I could really use some help here today. All right, I gotta get down to the creek here, so I'm gonna let these guys, if they want to be stupid and hang around here. All right. Let's go down and I'll show you my little hiding spot I've made. And I put a log in there and everything so I can sit down behind the bulrushes. I'm gonna pack the trail down a little better today here so that I make less noise. So that I can, I can come down here in stealth, because right now it's pretty loud for me to come down here. A lot of the branches and twigs, so I got to get rid of all of this, pack it down. But I'll just show you my spot. I made it. It goes in here, so I can actually go in. I've got a nice little trail that I can sneak up through. And then I can sit right there on that log, and that's exactly where they come out, the coyote, right in front of me. So I can sit here, watch, and then because I'm sitting, when the coyote appears, I can just stand up and pop the shot off. So if we get another coyote situation, I'm ready. I don't know why I didn't do that before. So, all right, let's see what's going on with these ducks. It's the mud. Yep, they're all there. Look at them all up there in the mud. Yeah, if I had Doug here this morning, we wouldn't have had this screwed up rush. They would all went down. But Dougie's on R&R right now, healing. Got to keep him in good condition here so that we can, protect the ducks. Are they coming finally? This is crazy here today. Come on, ducks. I feel like I'm working the chain gang. My life, standing guarding ducks. Come on. Yeah, they're seriously distracted up there. The thing is, I can't even go up there and get them because this is the danger spot down here, and this is where I need to be. Oh, Muscovy flying. We missed that because I had my head turned garden. Come on, ducks, get out of the yard. So they're all in the mud from the runoff of the yard. Oh, the geese are coming. It's a slight drizzle right now. It wouldn't be good for the camera, but I could have almost pulled this off with the big camera. But like I said, it just finished. I was sitting inside looking out, and I was waiting for the rain to stop, and it was coming down pretty good. It's supposed to rain all day, tomorrow, the next day, and it's supposed to be warm, so couldn't have done the cull no matter what this week. And next week's weather forecast doesn't look like it's that cool either. It's going to actually, it's calling for like 11, 12, 13 degrees, which really isn't as cool as I would like it. Ideal temperature to do the call, believe it or not, people, is like around the 5 degrees, 6 degrees Celsius mark. The 45 Fahrenheit, type temperature. That way, there's no flies. When you're doing an outdoor cull like this, you want to make sure there's no flies, because it's a real, it's a pain when you pluck the bird, then you gut it, and then you put it, you dry it, and then you go to put it in a bag, and in between all of this, it gets covered in flies, and the last place the fly was standing, wasn't clean. So that means, you've got meat that's got, good chance duck feces all over it, because the flies were, they've got it on their, on their feet. And like last year when we did the cull, it was cold enough that, actually it was snowing in some parts, there was no flies. I gotta go up there and get that group of ducks out of the yard. Come on, ducks. Get up the creek. They're so slow now. It seems like they're getting a little more relaxed. I think it's because I'm standing here. I know last night it was strange because I was hiding in the bulrushes last night, you know, and I was on my knees in the water again, and the ducks were panicking. And I got to think to myself, you know, maybe it was me who was causing the panic. But the thing is that they were coming out of the water and walking the side of the creek I was hiding on and coming towards me. It was like they're afraid of the other side of the creek, and they kept, you know, going back, and you know, and they kept looking at that side of the creek, you know, where the coyote originally came out of last week, and they're just, you know, afraid of that side of the creek, and you know, and they kept turning around the same place last night. So I'm thinking, you know, was there something there? And because I was down here and the wind was blowing in the wrong direction, it was to my back, so you know, whatever was on the other side of the creek definitely could smell me. So unless we did have something waiting last night that caused them, because I was up in the tree, you know, filming, and that's when it caught me. I noticed something was wrong. The fact that you know, they kept turning around and going back, and you know, it's like, you know, maybe we do have another coyote here. But you know, I have not heard coyotes talking to each other. All right, we gotta go back and get these guys. You know, and there's been no coyote chatter on the property at all, so I don't know. You know, it's up in the air on that one. I have no idea, you know, if they're hanging around, or you know, when the night that I did see those four coyote silhouettes in the yard, you know, if they were just running through. You know, I don't know. I'm not a professional coyote hunter. This is all new to me. Up to this point, I've never shot coyotes because, you know, I've never had a problem with them, because, you know, I had dogs running the property, and the only problem I had was the dogs were getting mange off the coyotes, playing with them. So, and I got bigger problems now with coyotes. All right, let's get these crazy ducks. Look at this. They just want to do mud in the yard. Oh, Dougie, I miss you right now. A little bit of Dougster help would be nice. All right, ducks. Yes, I know you little... Oh, God, you're loud. They were good last night. That was another thing I couldn't figure that one out last night. It was so nice out, and with the rain, and they weren't partying. The ducks actually last night were sleeping. Because when I woke up this morning, and I actually woke up late today, I woke up at 5:58, and the ducks were quiet as could be, sleeping, which I couldn't believe. I was like, I got up and I looked out the window and I was like, okay, beautiful morning, rained all night, ducks quiet, which is so out of character for the ducks, being that, you know, they're basically a bunch of frat students partying all the time here. They don't take their studies very serious. Their parents must have paid for the tuition. Come on, ducks. Let's go. Focus. They can't stop. You know, they walk like 3 steps and then get into the mud. Come on, Muscovy. Let's go. There's a couple. That's a male, and that's a male, and that's a little female. All right, well, see who's behind me now. Oh, there's some up in the yard. I'm not going to worry about them. Actually, I'm just looking here. They're female Muscovies, and then, oh yeah, and there's those 4 Pekings. I got 4 Pekings that have started hanging around the yard. They don't leave the yard. And it makes no. I don't know what's with them. That started last week, actually. I keep looking at that tire. I gotta click that tire. You know, the old homesteads. They used to bury everything and, you know, throw it in the swamp, and you know, you find garbage all the time. You know, old garbage too. You know, back then, you know, people, you know, didn't have you know, garbage pickup, and they basically, you know, just throw it in their back ends of their property, and I've been cleaning up garbage here since 1995. And some of the things that appear, it baffles me. I was like, it's like, you know, you walk over the same spot for 10 years and then, you know, there's nothing there. And then one day you're walking along and you trip and it's a bicycle handlebar and then you pull it up and there's a whole bicycle underneath the ground. And the frost keeps pushing things up because, you know, they didn't bury it deep enough. And come on, ducks. They're so focused on being distracted. I was really hoping, I was telling Colin that I was going to try to pull off a rush to the lake, and I was going to just set everything up down at the dock and have the boat ready, everything ready, and then, you know, let the ducks out of the pen and then run to the lake and try to get out on the water to get the shot up the creek, which I'm still going to try. If it's not raining, I'm going to try. Oh, Muscovy flying. Look at that. Oh, that's so awesome. Look at that fat. Actually, that's a male. That wasn't a female flying. I can't believe that. He was huge. The females are smaller than that. And what, did he ever fly nice? So graceful and, you know, so much control. Yeah, that was one of the males. Oh, he's trying to fly. Sorry about the fast motion there. I heard the wings flapping, so I turned my head really fast. And the old Pivotheads, you know, they're when you turn your head fast, it really yanks quick on the video footage. Well, the ducks are at the lake. Another morning rush. A little bit screwed up this morning, but hey, that's the mud. Oh man. And, you know, and I don't want them down here. Out in the water is the safest place for them. Just listen to them. It's like when they're doing this digging in the mud like this, and they honk to themselves while they're doing it. It's that's that female. It's the same female again. She's got the double leg tags on her. They're so happy. You know, the thing is, you know, if the duck adventure, if we didn't have winter show up here, and, you know, and these ducks could do this, and if, you know, we were a year-round climate where, you know, they could come down here and, you know, do what they're doing right now, within a year, this whole swamp would look like that. They would destroy the whole swamp. You know, the only break that Mother Nature gets here is winter, and you know, then we do the call, and you know, and then we start the cycle all over again. And female flying. And the thing is, I can't walk on that side anymore because now, because the ducks have drilled out so much over there, if you get out over there and you try to walk across, you'll just basically go to your crotch in mud. They've because of all this drilling that they're doing, there's no more roots holding that ground up anymore. Actually, I was telling Colin, I said pretty soon that area there is going to be like a small pool of water. It's going to just break up because there is no more roots holding it together. Because everything here is floating in water, and once the roots are gone, it's just open water. Well, these guys, well, I wish they'd hurry up. This is making a long, drawn-out morning rush in the rain. Who's behind me? Oh, got a couple behind me, and oh, we got more up there. All right, guys. Well, I'm not going to keep filming this. It's a long one. The ducks aren't cooperating. I'm going to do a quick rush here and get them out. And that's the morning rush. Oh, no coyote. And tonight I'm ready. I'm going to be sitting down here waiting. Because you never know. You never know what Mother Nature's going to do here on the duck adventure. You wouldn't believe what these ducks are doing to me here. This is brutal. I can't walk over there anymore because that whole area now, they've drilled out the roots and I can't go over there. So they're just hanging around here, the worst place they can hang around. I've come over to this side to see, just by me coming over here, that they don't even care. They're in their own little world, drilling away. They're making my morning rush routine here a long, drawn-out process, and I don't want to get wet, so I'm not going over there. Oh, the Muscovies from the Pekings from the yard are coming down. Come on, ducks. Coast is clear. They're so cute. I like the way they waddle. And they turn their head and they look at me. It's almost like they know there's some kind of communication going on or something. I don't know. It's just bizarre the way ducks act. And and the thing is, I said this in the video earlier this week, and I wish it could be October. And I didn't mean that for weather-wise. And I said in that column later, I should explain myself, is that when the ducks mature like this, they take on. This is the problem right now, is that they've matured and they've developed these personality, and they've gotten into a routine of the training, of their daily routine, and it's almost this is when they become pets. And that's why the cull's so hard on me, is because right now the ducks are so, they're almost attached to me in the way, the routine is, the way we act, the way, I move, the way Doug moves. It's like a lot of pets. And that's why, the show this time of year is so much more fun, because the ducks they do so much for me on video compared to, if you go back to, like August and September. When they're young ducks and they don't know anything and everything's new to them, the work involved in getting them to come to the lake, and the aggravation, and and how they keep coming home, and now they're mature, they know how to forage for food, they're phenomenal fishers, they're fishing all the time, they're eating weeds, they're becoming more independent, but at the same time trained. And it's just the connection, and this is why I was wishing it could be October longer, because October is the best month for the ducks, because they're at that age. It's because of the hatch, the date of the hatch. This is their mature ducks now. But they're also really stupid ducks, the way they're hanging around the creek here after what's happened here in the last week. I just turned the camera on because that little Muscovy got on the log, which they means usually when they get on that log, it means they're going to jump and fly. And that little angel wing girl, she's not the best flyer, but she can fly. I've seen it. And the fact that she escapes the pen is, you don't get over a 5-foot fence unless you can fly. So the Muscovies are coming down. Oh, I just swallowed a mosquito. Oh, it went down the wrong hole too. Oh. So there's an old female from last year. I've noticed Mo and his girls have been coming down to the swamp. So it seems they're leaving the yard, but bad week on Muscovy females last week. Three gone. So I don't know what's going on with the Muscovies. And it doesn't make any sense, because this year's Muscovies are so healthy. Mo's so healthy. But, these females are in just unbelievably rough shape. Oh. And Mo's up here. And actually, Mo's got a couple new friends here that are hanging around with him up here in the yard. So, alright, I'm going to go and have my breakfast. And like I said, I'm going to do a feed run today. And I might actually, even because it's raining, I might give the pan a wash out. I might let it another day. Oh, another mosquito. Oh, we got a hatch here. I might go another day of rain to soften the pen up really good, and That way it'll wash out faster for me. The softer it is, the faster it washes out. These Muscovies are hunting. Actually, that one's got a limp. It's got a limp, and it's got a its right leg is all swollen at the joint. I wonder if it hurt itself when it was younger. Yeah, actually, it looks like a small male. His body's too long for a female. But he's definitely got a gimp right leg. You can see the swollen joint. I don't know how it's showing up in the pivot heads. I'm always guessing when I'm filming with these things. All right, breakfast time. I gotta make this quick because it's raining. I'm just doing the chores here. I gotta go do a feed run. I've got the viewfinder turned down here, so I want to show you guys. Look at that. Oh, sorry. A whole bunch of Canada geese have come in, and the ducks are still down at the lake. They haven't come back. It hasn't freaked them out, so. But I've got to hurry up and get my chores done and get back here for the rush home, because tonight I've got the place to hide built in the swamp, and I really want to sit in there and wait, because something tells me we've got a predator here. I don't know. This is my gut's telling me. So Doug's running around crazy. Doug's been in the house for 3 days, so he's losing his marbles with the energy he's got pent up inside. Okay, I need a red light. We're shooting. That means no talking. All right, everybody. This is something that you guys have been asking for. You wanted to see on the duck adventure this year on where I get my feed, and this is the local farmer. He's not a feed mill. He just does this on the side. Now this is the machine that makes the feed, and behind this wall, there's 3 bins that are 30 tons each, where the barley and the oats and the corn come from. And it gets fed into this machine here, and we've got the oats, we've got the barley, and then this is the corn side. And the reason it's diverted over is because there's a crusher on this side for the corn. So it gets all mixed in here, then it goes up, goes over into this hopper, drops down, goes into this bag, and then it's an 80 pound weight counterbalance on it, and it fills the bag. And then when it hits 80, he turns her off, and then he sews it up here with this bag sewer. And he actually offered to let me try one, but I've decided not to because I'm not that good with sewing machines that I'm not familiar with. So, but this is where I get my feed, and it's just a local farmer. It's nothing. It's not a feed mill or anything like that. He just does it for himself. The reason he has the machine is to feed his cattle, and it's sort of just an offshoot of his business. So, but this is where we get it. So that's today's load that I'm picking up. Another 43 bags. So don't forget to thumbs up the video and help feed the ducks here, or you can just click on the link below and buy yourself a t-shirt and help the duck adventure today. So Doug's running around right now. There's a big dog here that's friends with Doug, and he's been laying around for 3 days. So Doug's really hyped up, and he's been just going crazy running around the farm here. So, but he's a really good dog. Doesn't chase the cattle. So, but this is it. This is where we get our feed. This is where we've been getting our feed all summer. Well, I guess the ducks had no problem coming home. I just pulled in the driveway here, and I saw the ducks coming up from the swamp. I just got back from the feed run here, and it looks like everybody's home and they're not freaked out. So they're scattered like all over the yard actually. So that's a really good sign, because if they were freaked out, as in they were getting chased by anything, they would be all sticking close together. So maybe tonight we had no problems coming home. I'm going to get fill up the feeder here and give them their 4 bags of feed. Tonight's a 4-bag night, and unload the truck. So that was. I hope that you guys enjoyed that little shot. I showed you the feed mill. Well, not really. It's a feed mill. It's a local farmer. Because feed mills have to be licensed, and he's not. He just grinds up for his own. And like I said in the video, and it's just locals that come in. Word of mouth business, the good old fashioned type. I just want to show you Doug here. He's watching over his flock. It's so cute. He hasn't left there the last 40 minutes. He's just been laying there watching the ducks up in the hot tub, doing his job.
Be pretty hard for a predator to sneak up, I tell you, with him up there. Oh, he saw me in the kitchen window. Doug doing his job.
Well, we've got an unbelievably warm night again. So warm night means the ducks don't want to go in the pen. They're I'm actually having to give them a bit of a herd here. It's about 6:45, starting to get dark out, and they don't want to go in. I don't blame them. It's 6:45. You know, they're basically now spending 12 hours in that pen, and they're not really fond of it. That's what I've noticed. So right now they're just starting to go in for me. I'm walking here on the outside of the flock, and actually I got some. Actually, there's a couple of Muscovy, or actually, oh, Doug's coming over. Oh, poor Doug and his limp. Oh, Dougie, you're limping really bad. You know, I kept him inside for 3 days. I guess at the farm he was running. I was busy loading the truck, and he was running around. What a dog. I'm really worried about his shoulder. I don't know what he did on Sunday, but ever since Sunday he's been hurting puppy. But look at this. We got some ducks. They're going back down to the lake. Oh, they're coming back. Alright, well, Doug and I are going to put the ducks inside here, and I'm going to give Doug a shower and bring him inside and give him his anti-inflammatory so he can get some rest. Oh, Doug. Oh, boys. 3 days of rest, and he undid it today. Man, he's limping really, really bad. Poor dog. You know, duck adventure is hard on Doug. Alright, ducks, come on, let's go inside. Come here, Doug. Doug, come on. Come here. You're walking like a cripple. They're going in. It's so funny watching them. They all congregate at the front, heading in. Alright guys, well, I'm going to turn the camera off here and get the ducks in and get Doug cleaned up and get him in the house so that he can relax and give him his anti-inflammatory and put Doug back in on the R&R, and hopefully I can heal my old duck here, or my little dog I should say. I'm tired too.